All right, here we go. There's the pop-up. At least the YouTube one. Hey, Rugaps, welcome to the stream. Before I even load in. Hey, Donut Lord. You also made it before the map loaded. I'll show the new settings in a second. We changed it to whatever we talked about last stream. I literally copied off an envelope I had in front of me. We'll be at about 4 stars from what I saw. I didn't change the species requirement. Part of why we'll be at 4 stars. That's already still completed. There it goes. So yeah, we're at 2,500,000 income, 5,000 guests, and 25,000 appeal. Yeah, I did see the mods for Evo 3. The breed a second generation, sure. The like the remodel stuff, then for Barry, Apato, etc. He made a redwood park. That sounds cool. I do hope we'll get eventually a proper like redwood biome. I think it'd be really neat. I don't know if I'm ready to crack the seal on the modded animals yet, and I'm not sure how I feel about all of those animals, those model changes. Some of them are good, but we'll think about it. Theoretically speaking, the game is still essentially brand new. We should be able to find things to do without having to crack open mods already. But in a practical sense, we are kind of already butting up against the limits of what the game has to offer. That's mostly a difficulty issue. So I think we're going to move the Dryos today. I think we're going to put at least part of the herd over here. Because we were, yeah, oh, right, and I even sedated him already for this, didn't I? Or I queued it up. Queued it up. That is fair. Wait, that's a Hypsilophodon. I assume that one was hit inadvertently. Hey, Cryo, how's it going? Some little hipsies.
Ladies and gentlemen,
a drink.
we are pleased to welcome a Hypsilophodon to the park.
I'm doing alright. Been a little bit of an off week, but I took some days off. Alright, these guys are all the way over here. Snowstorm in Quebec. I'm not surprised given the weather in Wisconsin here this week.
This is the stuff that keeps this place actually functioning. Good to see you're as into it as I am, huh?
You had another series idea for the channel. Well, shoot your shot. Okay, there's 4 Dryos. Oh no, that one's... wait. No, it's just the issue with placement. Would I consider myself to be good at video game emulation? I mean, it depends what you mean by good. I have done a fair share of emulation in my day. Oh, that's You've given that homalocephaly a pretty harsh life, don't it, Lord? I saw something in the red in here. Maybe I imagined it, because everybody seems to be fine. Momentary glitch, maybe. Hey, Zach, how's it going? You killed a giant coelacanth arc for 129 raw meat. Congratulations. My condolences to the coelacanth and his family, but congratulations to you, the hunter. Alright, just checking, making sure we didn't have any other weird things to deal with from last week. 2 years on Junior growing up. Okay, that all looks good to me. Did I... Oh, did we... Wait. Did we not have the nest yet? Was there a reason I didn't have the nest? Oh, yeah, I could never get the nest because of the flying reptile population. Cool. Yeah, Garrett is really big into Ark. Like, I am not a particularly huge fan of the game, but he is. He loves the game, so... I've never emulated Xbox. Or I don't think I've emulated anything as new as like 360 era either. Why I didn't do the DLC? What, for Ark? Because I probably didn't care. I see environmental issues still on this Dryo. Maybe we should abduct him as well. Looks like it's only this one. Dryo 2? Why specifically you? Or 12? Whatever. We'll abduct him. Do I not have a nest in here? No, I never put in a nest anywhere. Medium nest. Isolated for Iguanodon, not for Stego. Yeah, Ark's a little bit old. Hype has an ailment. What is your problem? Probably a real ailment, not a environmental thing. Alright, I think we'll start a recording here. Welcome back to the final episode, presumably, of San Diego, with new park ratings requirements. These are the new numbers I have programmed into the game. 25,000 dinosaur appeal, 5,000 guests, 2,500,000 income. Income's the one we have the most to make up on, but I believe we're not really making use of the amount of shops we could have. And we haven't even done transport yet either. We got thoroughfare path. We don't have hyperloop. Let's knock out the monorail quick, and then probably put the hyperloop in and try to actually shore up the park. Ideally, these numbers require us to actually like make a proper park, but we'll see how it works out. I am moving the Dryos over here, some of the juveniles, because they're getting a little overpopulated. So, hopefully, they can get along well here. We'll see. They don't really overlap well with the Stegos or the Iguanodons, but also, like, this enclosure is pretty open. Like, there's very little population in here, so we have plenty of space to play with. Okay, I probably should investigate the horrendous disease outbreak. Yeah, that's not looking great. Alright. Why did I start the stream late? Because I was busy. I don't know, this map should work on PS5, I would assume, unless that's a complexity limits thing, which it could be. I mean, I don't know how complexity limits work exactly, because most of this map is just open space and trees. only the corner is actually built up, so like maybe the complexity is okay, but I honestly have no clue. Hatching in Myosora. Okay, very nice, except for the fact that the disease continues to run rampant. Okay, medical is there. Great. And I was going to airlift over one more Dryo. And I did put, I guess, an adult in here. Oh, I think I was considering the breeding pair, right? And then I think I sedated the wrong animal. So I think we want Dryo number 1. Because we transferred the female. No, Dryo number 2. Oh my god, look at the pack of babies behind him. Dad? Give us attention, Dad! We're sick! Alright, well, let's get him out of there. And then we can start breeding Dryos in the other pen. This was presumably small. So let's just get one in here for later. Compies. Is this our first batch of baby compies? It might be.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased.
No, it looks like it's the second. Environmental issues. That's not true. You're a liar. Okay. Excuse me. You are returning to the medical site. That seems wrong. Oh, fair. I don't have this researched. True, accurate, expected. Not great. Ceratopsians? Gonna make a stop motion series of Jurassic World? Stop motion's pretty complicated.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome a Chasmosaurus to the park.
Does the game sound like something be interesting regards the what was it called again? The dinosaur game from Xbox 360. Vaguely, yes. I'm not disinterested. But it's a matter of like if my interest compares to the effort it would take to actually play the thing proper. I would really like status information if my ceratopsians are breeding. I kind of need to know what they're doing in here. Okay. I'm telling you, you got water. You just gotta actually go to it. I would like to not move this guy until I deal with the tuberculosis. Right now it is contained to one pen. Theoretically. Very theoretically. Let's speed up here. Yeah, and then basically
that looks
we
like a lovely addition to the park.
really just need to deal
You
with...
sure we're not spoiling the guests when we could be spoiling ourselves? Hmm?
Are you talking... What are you... Are you saying the tuberculosis vaccine is a lovely addition to the park? Because I agree, it is great that we can take care of our sick animals. Yeah, so just a little bit of logistical stuff here to wrap it up here. Not too much else to do. So now that this is being dealt with, maybe we pause here and I get some more shops and stuff in. See where I can squeeze them. Alright, oh, we're only on smalls. Well, the optimal thing to do would be to put in bigger shops that I don't currently actually have, so never mind, we have to do this first. More research. I'm not sure he's actually properly darting the sedated one. I don't care about the rock. Jump exhibits over there.
Asset to be collected.
You know someone who had tuberculosis? His name was Arthur Morgan. Ah, yes, a popular character, let's say. Alright, well, we can get the Hyperloop in now, at least. The disease did jump enclosures, but it is being dealt with. Hopefully. So, I think with the Hyperloop, what I could do is I could probably find some spots in, like, the rock walls where it looks okay, and just kind of do it like that. Like there. And then we need it over by the entrance and maybe in a few other spots. I could technically put it outside. Like, you take the Hyperloop directly into the park, or you can go through the gate. It seems reasonable to me. And then maybe a third station on this side somewhere. The alignment's a little different here than I was expecting. Well, you can go ahead and share your stories in chat, that's fine. I may not comment much on it, but nothing wrong with sharing something. Alright, connected that up. Let's get these as upgraded. We are on large.
Attention personnel. An animal scan has been completed by an MDU team.
Okay. Disease mostly dealt with. We've got 3 red markers there that are a priority. We'll have to figure out why that even became an issue. Returning an app base. Nobody is scanning at all. And that is because we look at our ranger station placement. There is no excuse for this. They are literally in the radius. I guess they just missed the timer there. Okay. Great. And then over here, a younger generation of Dryos with 1 adult. And I think that's probably fine because we don't really need them breeding any more than they already have. Alright, now I'll get those amenities. No, I won't. 50 seconds. I'll get those amenities soon. Actually, let's check the transport rating. 65%. We're missing restroom coverage, too. Oh, well, I don't really want a restroom in front of the gate. I could put it in the cliff wall over here, maybe. Sure, that looks fine. It's kind of fun building them into the cliff walls and stuff. 100% coverage, perfect. Oh yeah, we needed to check the Chasmos. They're good. Pachycephalosaurs. Breeding now too. Did our one grow up? We don't have a juvenile anymore, huh? Okay. We must have some other stuff growing up then. Rocky's not matured yet. Maybe that was just the first. The Memenchis are still immature. Seems like the link didn't go through. Wait, the link for... Oh, for the Are you talking about on Discord or something? Or on here? Did it get auto-modded or something? I don't know how YouTube filters comments on streams, so I can't really do anything about that if you tried to share it directly on the chat. Oh yeah, it looks like one of our stegos grew up. 5. Okay, we have the first wave of Sorna juveniles that have matured. I believe 5 was a juvenile. I suppose we could probably... Well, the age won't tell us anything. I'm pretty sure this one... Wait, no. It'll tell us if we look at the family tree info. Huh? No are the ancestors not found because we like sold off the adults? Because one of these was a juvenile, and I think it's this blue one, because I never made a blue one. I'm like 99% sure this was a juvenile. So if you sell off the parents, then the game no longer remembers on the family tree who the forerunners were. I guess because they're gone. Ah, but you can see the generation. Here. Generation 1. Okay. So this was the juvenile. So for whatever reason they're blue. Well, is what it is. This is a consequence of me not being able to tell what the babies are going to grow into. So I have no idea of knowing if it's going to be the... Well, this is a male, so I should have known. If I kept the male, that should have been obvious. Wait, why did I keep the male? Because the goal would have been, ideally, we get a juvenile that grows into the 97 skin, but that couldn't be a male. So I must have kept the wrong stego? Or maybe I just said screw it and I kept just a good stego, because this one was humble social. Huh. Well, whatever. Mistakes were made. One way or another, some sort of mistake was made. Pachycephalosaurus similarly has grown. Just out of curiosity, it should be like numerically the first one, so 4. So this is in fact the Death Valley Rana skin. So yeah, this one I was able to pick exactly. So it's not like the skin changed on adulthood. So yeah, definitely that stego was like the skin I had originally picked for it. Sauropods is not matured. The Rex is not matured. And that was it for the juveniles, I think. Steg. Oh, trike. There was a juvenile trike. And they are in here. Yeah, which is why they're probably mad at me currently. So 6, 8, and 7. Okay, so our juvenile Triceratops, I don't remember what skin pattern it actually said it was. It did mature into a 93 trike. So I bred it using a 93, and I did get a 93. So you can... It does work. Yeah, I think the stego baby was greenish, but like... I think it still might have originally been that skin. I don't think it changed, like, colors. But yeah, the trike came out to be the one I would want. Problem is, this isn't consistent. This can happen, it just, you can't always count on it. So whatever pattern this was originally is the one you'd want to keep an eye out for if you were trying to do this yourself. But good luck ever actually figuring that out. Oh yeah, and these are pissed at me. Oh no, it's just the breeding. Oh right, because they don't like having other dinosaurs in the enclosure with them, so they won't breed while they're here. I could do like a breeding paddock, technically, but I don't think I'm gonna bother. I think we can just leave the trikes be. This isn't really the optimal pen for them anyway. No, you can't get the female skins on the male. The males will hatch with like an equivalent skin, but it won't be the film skin. It'll be just a base game skin that's similar. Oh my god. How is there more tuberculosis? We just squashed this. Alright, we needed another station for the Hyperloop. At least one more. I don't get heat map data for transport when you're putting this out, which is kind of annoying. Probably here, I would guess, maybe. Not the best spot. Wait, this is a path here in between these buildings. I can put this in back here, which is a choice. Yeah, they'll probably make it. They're unlikely to get killed by the consumption in current era, right? Okay, so I have a real hard time. Let's let the dust clear. Tell me what's going on here with the path. So why did they bother to put a section of path between those buildings? Strange. And I delete this path. Yes. Nice. Okay. Cool. Theoretically, that works, and that actually motivates there being a path between these buildings for some reason. Transport rating. Okay. Still bad in the middle stretch. Spinosaurus is not in the Epstein files? Wow. Good for him. He's just not that kind of predator. I think we'll put it here. Did this get messed up? Was this supposed to look like that? Wait, this side is more narrow. Hold on. Awkward. Did this always look like that? Or did this get weird later? Did I upgrade these paths? Maybe. I don't remember if we upgraded these. Ketz was on the island boat for a different, more obvious reason. Okay, so if we do that, then it matches. What the fuck? I don't know what I'm doing to make the path do that. What in the fuck? Why did that fix it? Huh. %75% transport. Okay, one more station. Oh my god. No. Not tuberculosis. Can we research the vaccine for this? because it would be really nice. Given the fact that tuberculosis has broken out again, I think it is prudent to vaccinate. Please vaccinate your children. All right, we needed one more Hyperloop station over here somewhere. Sure wish the heat map actually showed me when I was actually putting the building in, but whatever. Works for me, I suppose. Shit. What was the regular path? Picker, 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 picker. Where even is the picker? It's rustic.
Understood. Task received. Acknowledging request.
Junior's matured! There he is! Hey, he actually matured into the 97 male. Cool. I should have checked him before he did that. Yeah, I took up, specifically in this case, I bred a 97 male and 97 female, and I looked for a green-skinned male hatchling. And it did actually grow up to be correct. Are you... No, not terribly content, no. But you can be optimized. Okay, you have more tree than you need. Okay, now you have pasture. You need arid. He's not going to be perfect because he literally can't be. But we can get him close. Okay. Probably about as good as it gets. I suppose it makes some sense maybe to just get everything into the... Oops, that's gross. I hate that one. Into the... Yeah, everything there kind of like right on the same edge of the red. Really? Only 66%? Oh, because you don't have a prey feeder. Duh. Yes, that's going to be the thing that sinks them more than anything, is not having the prey feeder. Fair. Make sure we are painted correctly around this. Oh, shoot, that's cover. I don't want the cover. Okay. 84%. That's enough for him to be chill during a storm. So I think we're gonna call that good. You know, he's not gonna bust his way out. And I'm not going to try to expand this because I don't want to ruin the aesthetic. Oh my god. Medical team. What are we doing? Alright, okay. So, we got the Hyperloops in. I kind of just tossed them in, tossed in some extras, linked them all up. They all connect in like a loop. Just some outer and inner paths. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's not important. And we did get 100% transport rating from that. Very cool. We need one more bathroom. I still have not put in the amenities yet, by the way. Okay, bathroom there and bathroom there. So maybe... I think I just put it in, like, here and call it good. Probably fine.
Gentlemen, our restroom is
Yeah.
now open.
Okay, amenities. So, wait. Blue, red. So they want food only down in the front where I really can't fit anything. Cool. Yeah, not terribly useful. Shopping in the back, though, I could do. So if we sneak in a shopping somewhere back here. Guide to Nanotyrannus is a good pet for you. Of course he's a good pet. He's a Nanotyrannus. Why wouldn't he be? That's the only guide you need. Alright. Always takes a second to parse what it's actually asking you for here. Doesn't matter. Okay. Oh, and this got weird. Did this get weird? Because, look, this is weird. I don't know if these got weird when I put in other amenities. Yeah, like, these are weird. This is weird. Has this always been weird? Have these always been this inconsistent? It's kind of fucking with me. I fixed sections in here by connecting up other little path sections. I guess we do this. Okay, let's take a look. If we do this. So you take a little path section and you just kind of connect it somewhere. Yeah, you connect from the side to the middle and then it fixes it. It's weird. I don't actually know why this works. Okay, that one doesn't. That one does. You have to go from the right side, of course. Obviously my fault. I just was going from the wrong side. Duh. How it's so obvious in hindsight. It's not. I have no idea what the fuck is happening. Okay, that's fixed. And then this one presumably go from the top. Yes, except it doesn't fix that corner because of course that corner is part of this path. Right, which obviously has to be fixed from the bottom. Duh. And then that makes grass appear there inside the paddock next to it. Why is that a thing? Okay. Oh my god. Copies are still good. I might have messed up. Like, there's a weird little bit of stuff there. I have to recheck these paddocks right next to the path because fixing the path is overwriting the terrain in the pen next to it. Why? Why does this matter? Why does this change things? Why does it inconsistently go from different sides too? Okay. Mostly fixed. This is why I am always more interested in management than aesthetics. Because this is what happens when you try to make things look consistent. Okay, so those two are good. All right. Crazy. Comfort 99%, but everything is 100. Suspicious. Shopping is 72%. We really need drinks. I kind of hate this being the spot. Not much I can do about it. Yeah, I can't fit it anywhere else. It's just kind of got to go here around the bend awkwardly. Poppy eggs. No raptor eggs yet. Okay, these guys are all fine. Why are they not breeding? Recent eggs. Fair. Oh! Apparently the Triceratopses will breed. There's always a chance, right? I just, I didn't know the chance was going to be high enough that it would actually happen without my supervision in any way. How would I make the dinosaur encounter not suck? Good question. No idea. It's, fundamentally, this doesn't really work. Maybe if it provided, I don't know, some sort of more substantial appeal bonus. I don't know how you make it work. Give it higher visibility, like put a cone on the end of it so that it's like a direct upgrade over like a viewing tower maybe. So that it has like the bonus, like take what you have now and then just staple a viewing gallery to it in terms of like visibility. Then at least it's not a downgrade in terms of like viewing arc. That might work. Okay, so we've got intolerant baby and we've got aggressive baby, and that's it. So one acceptable and one unacceptable. Wait, did I actually look at the baby? Yeah, 10. Great Sandy Calco, and this one is a Gambia Calco, which might have been what we had before. I feel like our old juvenile was a Gambia. Well, anyway, you know what? Sending it back to Sorna. That's what we'll do. He's going home. Also, I did put in a drink amenity here. It's kind of an awkward spot around the bend. I don't really like the spot, but it works in terms of functionality. It's just a little aesthetically weak. Yeah, having a herbivore that wants to be isolated to breed optimally is awkward, 100%. Alright, back to Sorna. So +1 Triceratops. That's still not bad. 1 year on the Mamenchi and the Brock. Ooh, I am curious about the Brocky. 1 year. We're looking at a Champlain Rana. So the thing will be, the big question is, does this become a JP3 Brocky, like the film skin? That is what we hope. I am in no way actually optimistic about that. Also want to fix the ledge there. I saw the unevenness and it upset me. Oh, it might have been the nest that I put down. Messed the fence up more? Could be. Okay, somebody is dying and somebody is sick, and I can't tell where. I can tell where. Okay, Rangers, what are we fucking doing, guys? I got no status info, like anywhere. Okay, you're in there.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Oh, that's not even in range of a ranger station, is it? I could just put in another one here, I guess. Carnos... Actually, don't know if the Carnos are that well off. I can chuck it in the cliffside. It's a little awkward. I wonder if that works. I'm gonna try it, just out of curiosity. Or if it'll be like unreachable by the vehicle and so they won't use it. It just kind of looks like it's built into the side of the rock. It's fine. Okay.
ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome you.
Yeah, see, no status info here either. To the point that it's like red. Very annoying. Like, the whole park has essentially got no status info, which is just awkward and weird. How are we doing here, by the way? 77%. So this is essentially caught up to guess and appeal. We're 80% across the board on all the amenities with the 2 extras. Those are copies. And that's a sandstorm, yeah? I think so. I heard the weather warning. Is it actually going to be...
Ladies
Yeah.
and gentlemen, please shield your
Sure. We'll just rest them all. Did the Brachii mature during all of that yet? It did. No, it did not. I didn't see the juvenile icon initially. Don't look at it. Maybe it actually is ready to grow up. No. Oh, stegos are breeding. Cool. That's a good one. Okay, how are we doing on status info? We really still aren't doing good on it. I'll just queue everything up to make sure it gets done. A little awkward, but it'll work. Do we need a hotel? No, we're still keeping up on hotel for whatever reason. I guess we just started with a bunch of large ones.
Ladies and gentlemen, we apologize for any inconvenience experienced during our recent handling of anomalous events.
All right, 4 stego eggs when they hatch. That'll more than double the size of the stegosaur population, which is a nice gain. 85% cover. I bet you we got some other sandstorm issues here. Brachii has matured. Drum roll! It is a JP3 Brachii success. Of course, it's a female in game and a male from the movie, but you know, it's close. They almost did it. We have a lot of water in here, and I could probably do with less. Maybe that is the play right now. Maybe we just do a little bit of that. And that way we still have a big deep water thing for the Brachii to go through, and then by putting some trees on the other side, then maybe he'll actually go through, she, he, whatever, and use it or eat from it. You know, go wade through the water. Now that they're big enough to do so.
The sandstorm has now passed.
All right.
Please resume your
Cool.
normal activity.
So we're like 2 for 3 on babies growing up with film skin. We botched 1, and the rest were good. Already healing. Oh yeah, I saw the one Momenchi had grown up, but the other one hadn't, which is funny. I suppose they were from like slightly different generations. Yeah, Junior has some really optimal genes. I specifically made sure it was humble and accommodating before taking it because I knew it wasn't going to be completely happy in the arena. And that the combo would be enough to get us there. Alright, so we should have male and female Momenchi, breeding pair, missing the tiniest amount of pasture. Okay. And then yeah, let's get them a nest. Let's get these 2 crazy kids sustaining the population. Momenchisaurus wants to be away from other nests. I can do that. I got you. Okay. And the galleys lost some groundly. 100%, 100%, and 100%. Eggs from a Hypsilophodon, 2 eggs. Maybe we should do a spot check on the Hypsy happiness. They're good. Infected food source. Fair, I guess. Get in there at some point. Alright, Stego babies. For some reason, they're all brown. Every last one of them is brown.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome a Stegosaurus to the park.
Well, let's take a peek at what we got here. So, we're looking at Sonoran Rana. Sonoran Rana. Sonoran Rana. And an aggressive Sonoran Rana. So they are all the same. With the intolerant ones... Oh yeah, they're fine. They like both. So the only one we need to get rid of is the aggressive. Stego 13 goes back to Isla Sorna. Now, these were all Sonoran Rana. And the adults... Svalbard Rana, which was the one male. Champlain Rana, which is the other male. And then 97. So presumably, I would assume, given that there does seem to be a bias towards the cosmetics of the parents specifically, the fact that all of these babies are Sonoran Rana must be the 97 skin for the females. The males will, of course, grow up to be something different altogether, but that's the only thing that makes sense, I think. And they're happy otherwise, other than the one that cannot stay. I kind of feel like aggressive babies are bullshit, because if you get aggressive babies, and all your babies happen to be aggressive or only hatch one, and you get rid of that baby, it will ruin the parents too, because they'll get a penalty for not having their child in the park if they're playing with social on. Like, I feel like baby aggressive should be a thing that only kicks in when it's an adult. That way you don't get penalized by the parents. Yeah, I don't know which male was the parent here. We could take a quick look. It is this tab, which is Stego 5, the blue one. So the blue, young, the juvenile that grew up, and then the film skin are the two that bred. Those two. You can also tell that these are the parents because they're the two that were standing by at the nest. Well, this guy was over here walking around doing shit. These two were, like, specifically waiting. Which does seem to be a mechanic. I like that this is also the only one that's like, oh, no, it's frolicking. I thought it was panicked, but it says happy. Life is about to find a way. More hipsies.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Okay. I mean, these guys are breeding uncontrollably.
to the park.
That's fine. Well, not really uncontrollably, but they're breeding a lot. He grew up and immediately fucked his foster mom. Correct. But they're not related by blood, so it's okay. Nothing weird about that. Okay, 80%, 100, 100, 87. Nice. So income probably is the thing we should still think about trying to patch up some way. Is there anywhere up in the front where I could sneak in amenities without ruining the vibes? Really, really can't. I'm inclined to just leave it, maybe? Some right over here. Could try putting one over there. That's all good. Why don't we? This can be kind of our test case. We could put this one in because it kind of matches that one, so the buildings on either side sort of match. It's kind of a thing, right? Sure. An entrance side food court? Maybe. We'll consider that more when we get to endgame here, if amenities are the last thing we need. Maybe we take the maintenance facility, we move it like slightly down here, then we put a little food thing here. Could work. It's not a bad idea. Okay, that got us 9% on income. They are capped out. All 3 drink amenities are actually full. 99% drink coverage. I probably can put in more amenities here, actually, and it's probably fine. Drink, shopping. Let's put a food in. What now? Get in there, vet. Deal with this. Okay, yeah. We can definitely just swing amenities in the back here. It's actually just fine. So I put in drinks, I put in shopping, or no, I put in food. If we were to put in a shopping somewhere. The only spot left. Brutalist JP one day with the block-shaped buildings, that could be a thing. Soviet Jurassic Park. Ooh, you know what? Soviet Jurassic Park could be a thing if there was enough animals discovered specifically by Soviet paleontologists to make a video out of it. That would be kind of sick. There's probably... Because some of like a bunch of the Mongolian stuff is like Soviet discovered. I'd have to do some research. I'm kind of curious now. I'm going to write that one down. I like that idea. Grab a random sheet of paper. Soviet JP. Only Soviet discovered animals. Is Tarbo Soviet discovered? We can wait till Tarbo comes back. Most Mongolian animals were Soviet? That's what I was thinking maybe. I just wasn't completely confident because I just couldn't remember. But yeah, I don't remember if I said, hey, Ellie, welcome to the stream. If I didn't, now I did. Velociraptor, Tarbo, Dinochirus. Yeah, that's a park concept. We might have something there. We just have to see how many. Yeah, Loro, the Russian swan. Is the Loro actually Soviet era, though? Because I don't know. I guess I could just put another, like, shopping in here. You know what, let's do it. Let's just slap a shopping in here and see if it works. This one's at 14. Yeah, we'll have to see. I'll have to look. Like with Tarbo, obviously we'd have to wait for that to come back. So I like the idea, but it's not going to be anything we do anytime soon. We should look at the workshop though sometime. Actually, I'm curious. Since we're talking about this now, No, wait. We go here. Why did that send me to the research tree? Wait, no, I don't want my blueprints. Visit workshop. Let's do it this way. Lore was described after the USSR fell. Yeah, but there aren't really any other Russian dinosaurs. I mean, that's fair. We could definitely make an exception for a Lore Titan. Because we'd probably do some sort of, I don't know, alt history, Soviet Union never fell. I don't know, something or other. The workshop's got us. We got a Soviet viewing gallery. Brilliant. Is this part of my Soviet-inspired theme for buildings? Incredible work. Fantastic. What the fuck? Large brutalist hotel. We got a tank? A nuclear power plant? This is perfect. Holy shit. We gotta do this park build. This is too good. We gotta wait for Tarbosaurus to come back. We can't do this with Tarbos here. For sure. Generic Soviet building. This is sick, though. Karl Marx statue. Holy shit. Is that a freaking rocket launch site? That's great. A missile silo in the middle. That's sick. We got 2 full pages of shit for this already. This is crazy. Jurassic Park Warsaw? Come on, man. I've been to Warsaw. Fascinating. God, the workshop is just so good. Alright, back to this park build. So, we have amenities. 100% income met. Alright. Now we just need raw appeal. So these numbers could be pumped up even higher. We are at 99%. Okay. So it's slightly higher. Maybe 20... Maybe 2,750,000 income per minute for a good, like, Jurassic level, whatever. And then, like, 5,500 guests. Something like that. The appeal amount seems pretty okay. Austrian pad. I don't want to search the workshop for anything like that, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was there. Under some, like, veiled thing, just as subtly described as you described it, you know? People like to do that shit just to be edgy. So, one consideration is whether or not we should consider some breeding programs now for these carnivores. Like, what is stopping you? Territory too small. So will they never breed, or is it just No, they still have a chance. So I'd assume, unless territory too small works differently than the Triceratops is wanting to be isolated, because the trike spread without a problem. But this could be different. Same with you. Ranger team, can somebody actually do the thing? Okay, you're here. Yeah, so these three are all territories too small. They will breed with a smaller territory? Okay. Yeah, the chance is reduced substantially, but it is still above 0. Good to know. So just coincidence that none of them have bothered breeding yet, and the trikes beat them to the punch. Which, I mean, somebody's got to be first, so it's not weird for the trike to be first, I suppose. Also, welcome to the stream. I'm an idiot.
We are pleased to welcome a Hypsilophodon to the park.
I can only wonder if that is a supernatural reference. Well, all we're really doing then for the rest of the park build is waiting for things to breed. We worked out everything else. We got iguanodons coming. Actually, kind of surprised. Again, isolated. Let's look at what the chance was. Currently 0% because of the eggs, so I can't even tell what the chance was, unfortunately. But there it is. Still hoping to see one of the 3 different carnivores here breed with the overfilled territory, but, you know, we're not going to force it. It's kind of the point of the park build, is to not force it with breeding programs. Yes. What do we got going on here? Rabies or something? Let's find out. Well, I don't really want to force anything to breed. Just because I kind of want to see how it works itself out naturally. Yeah, I would like the DFW and BIOS and stuff from 2 to come back completely. I agree with that. Avian pox. Wait, do I not? I don't have avian pox. Okay, we should also... Apparently we never did crypto, so I might as well knock that out here too. Okay, we have a medical team on standby. There's the very useful picture of copies that the medical team will use to somehow diagnose avian pox or something. Even though the copy is like 2 pixels wide in the picture, but whatever. It's fine. Gotta go fast. I like that the tables and stuff here do get used. It's really nice. It bothers me a little bit that everybody's walking by the amenities and not by the dinosaur pen. But I understand they don't actually know what's happening around them because they're just a fungus. There they are, some little iguanodon. Looking quite a bit like every other hadrosaur baby, even though they aren't hadrosaurs.
Iguanodon to the park.
Yeah, curing rabies is another problem with rabies in this game.
Presents a lot of security concerns.
They've got some sort of advanced Milwaukee
Unpredictable
protocol.
animals, the risk of a disease spreading.
Hey, Muto, how's it going? Welcome to the
This
stream.
research is vitally important.
Limpopo Letho. Death Valley Rana was the father. Death Valley Rana. So yeah, presumably, this is presumably the Dominion skin. Although not guaranteed, of course, because they can fully just change skins. We don't have enough babies to get a statistical idea of what's actually happening here. And then this was the father skin, but now on the female. So this will not be the Dominion skin because obviously there's no male variant of the Dominion skin. But this could be the cosmetics that correspond to the Dominion skin is what I mean. We'll never know because honestly, we're not going to be here for 9 more years in game to see it grow up, but it is interesting. Okay, crypto completed. No additional vaccines there. I might as well do these too and just get these out of the way in case they ever come up. Expanding into the USSR, our brilliant engineers here at Jurassic Resorts have created Ronald. He's just placing an order soon. I am really interested in doing this USSR park build we've cooked up now. Just seeing the buildings on the workshop has got me very intrigued. Okay, the status check stuff has been just a mess. Sorry, are you still... What are you dying from now? Oh, you're still avian poxed. Oops. There. Alright. Might be, I guess. Oh yeah, I think I said we were going to maybe do upgrades at some point, because I think we kind of skipped over them. Oh, do we have them? I've just never, like, dispatched them. Let's do upgrade slots. You finished your Isla Sorna challenge? Nice. Nipponosaurus might be Soviet. I think that's correct. Because if I remember correctly, Nipponosaurus isn't actually from Japan, right? It's from like it's from territory that's not in modern Japan is what I mean, if I can remember correctly. Hey Biocraft, you would stay and watch, but you're super tired? Alright, we'll catch you later, no worries. Drysaurus is growing up. Okay, we've got Drysaurs and Compies that have grown up. So these are the first generation, like, bred in the park itself. The previous batch of juveniles that matured were Sorna juveniles. These are the first Californian juveniles. So that's cool. Progress. All right, let's slap in some upgrades. We've got storm defense. Oh no, can't do efficiency. Keep the storm defense, I guess. Sure, why not? We need something to do while we wait for breeding. Oh yeah, we should check maintenance. Ah, we have gaps. Okay. The first gen breeds with the second gen. Is the offspring considered second or third? Yeah, not sure. Good question. Kind of deliberately played around that happening when we did the or when I did the achievement off stream. So I honestly have no idea if that would be a thing. That would get weird. Okay, lots of galleys maturing. Oh yeah, I was upgrading buildings. That's what I was doing. Science Center probably doesn't need anything. Oh, we have stuff here from the default map. Task scheduling is here under 4 vehicle facilities. We can do that, I guess. And this will allow us to technically use the extra Jeep we started with that we've been deliberately not using the whole time. Ronald. Okay, yeah, Twitch lets you share links and YouTube doesn't. That's very funny. Ah. I like that the first comment is just, did Ronald empty a clip to a baby Anki? That is amusing. Thank you for the link. Alright, park team upgrades. Give me... I'm going to do task scheduling because I don't want to reassign the maintenance vehicles to everything. Security camera. We could actually put in security cameras for like the first park I've ever used them in. But I'm not going to break that seal now. Yeah, let's look at the response facility. Ranger team, task scheduling. Sure. I think I'll keep storm defense here, honestly. Micros breeding. Fish. What is the significance of fish? Oh, marine animals carrying new life. Another batch of Chronosaurs coming in. So we can't get the land carnivores to breed, but the Chronosaurs keep doing it. Just the one this time? Yeah. Alright, cool. Maturing galleys, how are we doing here on appeal? We are actually very close to winning, except for the fact that these numbers have gone down for some reason. Which is interesting. I don't know... Oh, dinosaur welfare. Why is dinosaur welfare so bad? Is it status checks? Is it the same thing it's always been? Status checks? Yeah, it is. We're literally... just all the status checks decayed, and for some reason the Jeeps just are not doing a very good job of keeping up on this. Cool. Well, park's almost done. Yeah, no worries. I'm an idiot. Roleplay away. We can actually assign this other Jeep to a bunch of these, maybe. Maybe this will help double assign. That one actually maybe had nobody assigned to it. It appeared to be red, which is strange. Life is finding a way so hard, yes. Yeah, I don't remember much about Stromer. The name, I remember the name. Well, a few more breeding events and we'll be done. I'm really disappointed none of the carnivores bred. Well, none of the land carnivores. Except for the compies, of course. Micros. Do you think you would be legally held liable if you shipped a live Dilophosaurus to the residents of Elon Musk? You should be held liable of being based for doing that. Galley's maturing. Oh my god, please give me status info. What the fuck? Medical ailments. I wonder if it actually came from the tainted feeder, which has never actually given them disease before. Yeah, we could check if the Herreras are able to breed regularly in their enclosure. It's probably territory size too. Oh, E. coli. Holy shit. Okay, we got an interesting development here in the late stage of the park. Apparently, Microceratus can get E. coli from an infected food source from the dinosaur encounter. This is the first time we've seen the infected food in the dinosaur encounter actually infect an animal in the park, which is yet another notch against the dinosaur encounter. This is yet another reason why this thing sucks, because now we got to deal with E. coli for some strange reason. Like, I just like that the dinosaur encounter sucks for like 6 different reasons. It's actually kind of astounding how it continues to just be bad. Oh, are those actually the first batch of juvenile micros? Oh shit. I didn't realize these guys never bred the whole time they've been in the park until now. They only breed when they have E. coli, I guess. That was the secret sauce. I'm curious about this. If any of these guys are going to get E. coli. Oh my god! The Hypsilophodon got it too. Interesting. Maybe... Okay. So, I was thinking Micro has always been a weird animal. Because Micro was like partially based off of... like Code for Compy and Small Scavengers, I think, which is why it had aggressive, which was never on herbivores, except for, armored big herbivores. It was never on small herbivores until Micro. So I thought initially maybe this was a weird situation where like the Micro was technically able to catch carnivore diseases, but it would never actually use the feeder, so it would never catch them. And then inadvertently this bug or intention, this effect of the feeder here actually making the dinosaur sick was maybe a coincidence that it worked on the Micro, but no, it works on the Hypsy baby. So I can only assume this is actually an intended gameplay thing. Apparently this isn't a bug. Apparently this is intended, because that's the only way this makes sense, which is crazy. Where is my goddamn Jeeps? Okay, every Jeep in the park, go do this, please. Somebody get over here and fix the damn feeder. I know the pathfinding is like real bad. I understand. But like, somebody can get here. I believe that somebody can reach this building. Yeah, it's definitely got to be intended. I'm just surprised by that. It really just kind of felt like a bug. Giga. What about the Giga? Shit's dying. Fuck. Okay, Jeep is finally moving over here. Okay, E. coli treatment. Uh, 30 seconds. Go. Oh, we have a situation developing in the raptor paddock. Also, because the feeder is dry. I'm just gonna delete it and replace it. Don't you do it! Okay, well, at least the storm is showing up at this time. Why does every park end like this? Where it's like, hey, we're almost done, and then just everything falls apart. The Wetlands Park was exactly like this. Ah. Wait, why are you mad? Because you guys matured? Missing water, missing pasture. They need to reduce the size of the water brush too. This is like way too big. This is like aggravatingly big. You're tired, Cryo? Then maybe you should go to sleep. Obstructed by Compy. Very cool. Okay, there we go. We got it. Missing pasture. Wait. Okay. That's basically good to go. Oh, this is like just an extra shit storm. I see. This is, it's not even the feeder that's got them attacking the fences at this point. It's just, it's a 20% penalty storm. Okay.
If something is bothering the animals, we need to figure out what and get on top of it. Panic isn't a fun thing for any living creature to feel.
Don't worry about it. It's just a sandstorm and a tornado. The raptors had to be sedated. The E. coli is killing my dinosaurs. It's fine. It's just the late stages of any park build. It's totally expected. None of the dinosaurs have status info. This isn't at all aggravating. No. It's all just fine. It's totally expected. I didn't know you get a tornado on an arid map. I'm not opposed to it. I just didn't expect it. You know what? We should probably just go ahead and preemptively sedate the non-psycho raptor. Ironically, the only chill raptor we have is the one that we nicknamed the big one by viewer request, which this is pretty funny because these ones are actually uncomfortable, but you specifically are accommodating. A little bit of irony there, unintentional. I'm sorry, did the tornado do nothing? The tornado didn't hit a single building. How did it miss everything? This is like when you get a tornado in the Midwest and it just like touches down and then picks right back up. It like lands for like 2 seconds and then just leaves. Just ascends into the sky. I have to return to my people. Weird. Okay, well, I guess that's good. Let's get the raptors awake. Are you saying Giganotosaurus is in you want me to breed one? I can't, because I literally don't have a hatchery or fossils. That's not how this park build works. So I apologize, but I cannot do what you asked me to do. I saw 95% on comfort here from somebody. Hypsilophodon, you're missing technically wetland. I can probably do that for you. Because I would assume we'd had a bunch of extra shit for the Dryos that we don't need anymore. Looks good to me. Okay. You had 5 hours of sleep, Cryo? I'm okay with, like, them just chucking tornadoes in it randomly, like at random on different maps where, like, the real world location would not have tornadoes, because it's just kind of a JPOGism a little bit, and I'm not opposed to that. Just having tornadoes show up. Okay, so I think we're... Okay, I see can't breed increased comfort, but I'm not sure I believe them. Okay, there is a 99%. We're technically missing Aaron. Okay. Good enough. Okay. Great. Are we good? You have avian pox. Yeah, well, what if you just didn't? Huh? What if you just didn't have avian pox? Have you considered that idea? No other vaccines currently available. Let's get the park open. Okay.
We apologize for any inconvenience experienced during our recent handling of
I was going to say, hey, it looks like they've actually got status info, but no, everything's decaying again. Eggs. Oh, Dryos are medium? That would explain why this hasn't done anything. I didn't even check. Well, I'll put another medium in here. In the woods. Myosoras are breeding. Disease is spreading out of control. Can we make more Pteranodons? We cannot. The nest requires you to have 4 to research it. Which is really dumb. Because none of the other nest requirements are like that.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome a Dryosaurus to the park.
Oh, did we hit 5? Nope, 98% appeal. Well, we're really close. 98%. Damn close. Movement in the nest. That probably does it. We get 5 stars. Oh, prestigious lineage. These are 2nd gen Dryos.
Efficiency like you've shown can only be the
2nd
marker of
gen
great
California
ambition.
born.
I think you and I share that quality.
Breeding more Pteranodons would be cheating, Rugops. They can only come from Sorna, obviously. Alright. Well, is that actually going to be it? No. We're still off. Just kidding. I probably should have looked at the number, right? Because I said all that because I'm like, oh, 99%. Like, we're there. Yeah, no, but it's still hundreds of points because this number has been ballooned so much to make this anything resembling a challenge that One Clutch isn't going to do it actually when it's Dryosaurs.
Confirming status. Sure, we can monitor
It's just infinite. It's just the status checks decay immediately. I just need to have my boys going in a circle throughout the whole park constantly.
Heading right to the asset now.
Can't breed, improve health. Nest location issues, 0%. What is the actual issue? Crowded, partially hidden. I guess it's that. It's that partially hidden gave them a penalty, and then they were just not very compatible anyway. Uber dry with every positive trait. This is something I want to do in a park at some point, is like some little light eugenics, okay? Just a little light dinosaur eugenics, you know? We just, actually, this might be the next park build we do, might be the Puppy Mill Park, where we keep the animals that come out with really favorable genetics and we get rid of the ones that don't. We do something like that. We'll see. I haven't decided exactly what the next park build is. Did that 5-star us? Okay. Now we got it. We got 5 stars with a round of Maiasaura babies. So that's it. I guess this is canonically, you know, we've done it. We've 5-starred with the settings I'm happy with. We've bred a bunch of new baby dinosaurs based off the initial starting population from Sorna. I think canonically what we're going to say happens here is this is when Peter Ludlow sells Jurassic Park to like Walmart or Amazon or something, right? Like the park has reached a level of success where he can sell it off for like $1 billion, and he just does. So it'll be Jurassic Park San Diego, brought to you by like Kellogg's or something. I don't know. it'll be X Park, formerly Jurassic Park, now owned by Elon Musk. And it'll just go to complete shit. This time next year, nobody will be visiting anymore, and Elon Musk will have no idea why the park is no longer successful. What Evo 2 animal do I think we're getting this month? I still believe in Tyrannosaurus. I think once we know what animal we get this month, we'll have a much better idea of what to expect going forward, but yeah. It could be that they're not going to force the Camp Cretaceous animals first. It could be something completely random. Who knows? It would be kind of interesting if it was unpredictable, because then it wouldn't be so obvious. But I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. All right. Well, let's do a final tally, I guess, here. So, carnivores. We have 1 Tyrannosaurus. We have 3 Herrerasaurus. Out of curiosity, were you guys ever... Please don't give me the rock. Were you guys ever likely to breed? 19% chance. Territory too small should not actually block it, so it was just a 43% chance. Really? And you didn't ever get around to doing that? Huh. Okay, well, is what it is. But yeah, 3 Herrerasaurus, 3 Velociraptors, and then we have 2 Albertosauruses, and we have 3 Carnotauruses. Of course, these are all the animals that we had started with originally. That is something about the colorization of you when you're in the shadow. Looks real nice. And then Compies actually did breed. We got a few different batches. Missing pasture. You know what? We're going to ignore that. We're also going to ignore whatever this pose is. What are you doing? You're hopping. We just caught him in a weird, like, mid-hop posture. Adult population 12. Is that accurate? Maybe we purged one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6, 12, 7. Confirmed that Frontier hates the meme. They made specifically sure that nobody could make a 6, 7 joke by going 6, 12, 7. I understand. 12 is still a juvenile. For some reason, why? Okay. jokes aside, why is the juvenile in the middle of the rotation? And why is there only one juvenile? How old are you? 7. About to mature. Oh, we just happened to catch it when there was one left to mature. I see. Well, yes. What did I say that was? 12 total? Wait. Oh, yeah. 12 adults, 13 total. So 13 compies, 2 pteranodons. We ended with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I can count. 5. 5 Chronosauruses, the original 2 from Sorna. 3 juveniles. In terms of herbivores, we'll go here. We'll start with our Triceratopses. I believe we have 4, 3 adults, and 1 juvenile, 1 second gener. With the Maiasaura, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. You know what? There's probably an easy way to do this, which is to do this. Give me this. Put that shit over here in the woods somewhere. Does this work when it's something I don't have genome data for? No, it doesn't actually tell me how many are in the park. It only tells me if I have full genome data. Well, that's convenient. Never mind. We're doing it by hand. Now I gotta fix this gap too, because this is gonna bug me. Even though I'm probably never gonna look over there for the rest of the park. All right, Maiasaura count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10. So 10 Maiasaura. 1 Brachiosaurus. Parasaur, 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 4 paras, and they never bred a juvenile ever. No baby paras, only baby Maiasaura. In here, the Chasmos did breed. Looks like we have 7 Chasmosaurs. Did they all achieve adulthood too? Yeah, they matured already to full adulthood. Okay. Pachycephalosauruses, these guys bred. We started with... Okay, let's start from 4. So 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 Pachycephalosaurs as well. 2 Mamenchysauruses, they never bred. What was your compatibility out of curiosity? Territory too small for new arrivals, 19% compatibility. That's fine. Theoretically, conceptually, you could maybe, argue that you should be able to take genome samples from your animals to breed more. But in our canon, I would say the technology has been lost. Ludlow doesn't have the capability to actually breed new animals. That's why we have to do old-fashioned breeding. 5 is missing. Nope, there's 5. 6, 8, 9, 7, 12, 13, 10, 14, 11. Those are the order numbers going. 18, 15, 17, 16. Cool. So 18 Gallimimus, it looks like. I think they were all present, just in the most absurd order. 1 Ankylosaurus. And then we have... What is it? 6 Stegos, I think? Yeah, 3 adults, 3 juveniles. And then we had 4 Iguanodon, or did we get rid of 1? No, we still have 4 Iguanodons. There's another look at our babies. Dryos, we have like 1 billion. These are going to be the hard ones to count. So, Hypsilophodon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 5, 6. Okay, 10? That was, every number was present. 4, 5, 6, 7, yes. 10 Hypsilophodon. 4, 7, 6, 5. So 7 micros. And then some absurd number of Dryosaurs. Dryosaurus is probably the most populous dinosaur in the park, I would think. 20? Yeah, I think all 20 are present. So 20 Dryosaurs. What did we say we had for the galleys? 18 did we end up with? Yes, 18 galleys, 20 Dryos. Interesting. So the Dryos outbred the Galleys, and both the Galleys and Dryos outbred absurdly the Micros, and even outbred the Hypsilophodons. It's kind of interesting in that like the small animals were the ones that bred the most. I guess Compy might have outnumbered. No, Compies were only 13, so they're actually ahead of Hypsilophodon, but behind Dryo and Galley. But it is kind of fun that the small animals are the ones that breed the most. Like, it does feel realistic in that sense. Also keeping in canon of, like, the novels where the small animals are the ones that have bred the most. But that part of that was down to, like, the larger juveniles getting, like, picked off by compies and stuff, and free-roaming raptors. But still. So, yeah, that was a fun little park build. I think it was an enjoyable little scenario. A nice chance to, like, take a park somebody else had built and then, like, finish it up, essentially. The next one we do is going to be a bit different than this, I think. But we'll see. We'll see that next week. Yeah, Micro breeds weirdly slowly. It is a little strange. Was there even a logical reason for this? Like, did they have poor compatibility? %. Can't breed, no eligible partner. Interesting. The male does not count because he's inside the thing? Oh, no, wait. These are, right, because these are all, yeah, we started with 3, right? 1, 2, and 3. Everything else is descended, so, no eligible partner. Recent eggs. Wait, did we start with 2 or did we start with 3? I thought we started with 3. Age 11. Age 11, yeah. So why... Wait, that was the wrong one. Age 22. Ah, we started with 2. Yeah. So we had one specific pair. I really just can't see the base breeding chance 59%. I guess. They also have like a gap in the, like a down dip there maybe. Well, anyway, yeah, that's the end of this. I also really hope we get custom challenge mode, but more than getting custom challenge mode, I would just like for the difficulty settings to work so we don't have to mod this to make this actually change. And I would hope if we do get custom challenge mode, it comes with, you know, actual difficulty, because the Jurassic challenges were really easy even. And it's definitely the biggest problem I have with JWE3 right now is just there's not much difficulty in the game at all. It's really, really simplistic management wise. There's no hard decisions to make on like what approach. You can kind of start with whatever you want and just slap stuff down without thinking. Like it's a bit disappointing in that sense. I do very much hope we get some nice improvements to that in the upcoming months. Who knows? Anyway, yeah, I said like 5 minutes ago we're going to end the video, so let's end the video. Let's make a final save. I'm not going to put this online because this is somebody else's park design. I don't want to steal their content. See if Dino-Kairos could be the first animal in the park without breaking the bank. If I do the next park that I'm thinking about doing, we do need to start with something small and like easily bred. I might do like Ornithomimus or something. I mean, we could just try it out here on the stream just for shits and giggles. Because I'm not gonna start a new park tonight, but we can try to see if we can pull off Dino-Kairos. We'll just see if we can just get a Dino-Kairos out and have net positive money. How about that? That's a good thing to do here for the last 20 minutes or something. What was Wu even up to between Jurassic Park and the amalgam testing shenanigans? Well, there was like DPG lore about the Isla Nublar cleanup in like 94 or whatever, right? So I think there's stuff in there about Wu like investigating how the animals were breeding or something. I don't know. I don't know if I've ever said it, but I really hate the amalgam testing stuff. I think it's It's completely illogical to me. All right, standard. We'll put these on Jurassic, even though they don't matter. This changes some of the economy settings, so it actually might matter. Start on low. What's the next park I'm going to be doing? I might be doing a marketplace exchange park build where we do like marketplace only, but we also have to one-to-one exchange dinosaurs when we buy something from the marketplace. And then essentially what we need to do is we need to breed our animals to get animals to trade for different types of animals. Kind of like you would in maybe a real zoo or something. Okay, I'm just going to do that. Okay, this just makes it min or max. This doesn't really randomize. There should be a random. A random would be cool. All right. Sure. Okay. It doesn't really matter where we build. So we spawn in with $3,000. We go arrival point. Are you not allowed? Weird. I hate that. All right, Dinokairos is omnivore node 5 and 1. We got no 3s, which is pretty bad. Cheaper expedition guy might be okay to take. I think I just re-roll everybody. Okay, 3 positive influence. And then 2 with the genetics. Cheaper research. It's faster. 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 Let's do cheaper. Yeah, we're just going to get the park profitable. And then we're going to end the stream. Okay, we're already $1 million in the hole, so this might actually end up being non-viable. But we should play it out like a real park, so we should be taking a contract. Tiny Carnivores dig sites for 300k. I'm going to take it because the other two are hard, and then we're going to see if it's actually viable. Okay, that's a good profit. 50 to 300. We have the scientists for that already. $10 for Dinokairos? That's impossible. 1,310 logistics is impossible. We could probably do it second. Second would probably work. Let's see. If we hired this guy, let's look at this. Let's do this. We're not broke yet. Let's try and do it. Check the other one. Okay. Right. This one's OV and galley. That's pretty rough. It might be worth technically doing the other one. So we do this. Tiny carnivores. Let's grab the other guy. Let's grab this cheaper expeditions guy. Now we research this for the money for the contract. Oh my god, I don't want the ramp to go up. Okay, why? The ramp UI could use some adjustment. Does that cost any money at all? Nonsense. Do you think hybrids should have dimorphism in juveniles at all? I am perfectly fine with that being where they cut the corners. Because I don't ever use them anyway. I think conceptually they should definitely have juveniles, but I'm fine with them not having it. Because the juveniles, like, obviously they were born as juveniles. They weren't created as adults. Right? Okay, we can pick up another contract. Operational viewing gallery. We'll need that anyway. Okay. I need a staff center. We might be able to do this yet. Probably will not have the money to clone it, I would bet. Okay, less than $1 million bucks. Three minutes is rough too. Contract. Drinks. Scientist training to 2. Are they currently 1?
Here's some life advice for you. Think of everything as just.
Oh no, that was a
big
freebie. I
leaderboard,
could have done
and
that for
you
this
wanna be
guy.
right there at
Damn.
the top. Well, we get points by pulling in guests.
I'm mostly
So
curious
get
if we
to
can
it,
do
and
the
I'm
expensive
gonna let
one.
you put your initials in at the end.
We don't even know if the small one will have enough Dino Kairos to actually synth it. We'll probably have to go back twice. If it takes a lot of time, it's going to be pretty bad. If I put this in, it's probably not going to work, right? because there's no actual demand. Correct. So the big lesson we can learn here is that almost any animal is going to be viable for a starter. Like half the roster probably is good. Certainly any animal could be second, I think. Okay, 52, and then we'll have to do it another time. And I don't have... Okay, yeah, we're pretty cooked because we don't have genetics. Okay, we have another option here, which is, do we think any of these dig sites have good money in them? Because if one of these we can run for profit, that would be the trick. I'm judging by the amount of fossils we got from this, I'm not sure there was enough in the small dig site. Does paleo.gg have dig site data info for 3? Oh, they don't have anything for 3. They don't even have the base database. That's kind of surprising. Well, maybe we can plan on use 2s for info. Lance A might have an iridium. Prosrat or Compy, maybe. Let's try Lance. Dilo and Compy, maybe? Yeah, we could try those too. We've got a little bit of time till we fully bleed out. It's actually surprising how generous this is. 5 minutes on power. Right, we should be min-maxing power. Nine minutes. Well, it's not much better, but it'll work. Okay. 1 million bucks for a Dino Kairos. Okay, so yeah. That's definitely not gonna work. But you could probably start with most other animals that aren't like the big ticket stuff. Any like the medium carnivores, medium herbivores probably are fine. Well, we can at least see what we get from the expedition. Okay, the iridium was there, so that was actually a decent return on investment. 500. Let's hit the Dilo dig site, maybe? 200. Let's hit the Compies. Yeah, you could definitely do like Oviraptor and then Dinokairos. I think if you do any animal first, you can definitely do Dinokairos second. I think literally any animal in the game could be your second species without like taking your challenge mode perk, which is insane. So Kandrews and Solenhofen. Solenhofen is over 200k. Kanjurs or whatever the fuck. Oh, it's a French, so it would be like what? Kanju? I don't know. That's got triple shark? Kanju might be crazy. Let's try this one. Should I speed this up? I think so. This cuts the time in half. We might... If this actually is 3 sharks, we might get somewhere. I probably should clear fossils. It's only 50k. That's actually not that big of a deal.
Your attention.
Yeah, if you're doing Oviraptor, you get Dinokairos anyway. They're the same mode.
We are
Oh my god. Yeah, so the fossils are unchanged. This is actually quite a lot of money. There's our $1,000,000. $1,025,000. So once this other set of copy fossils come in, we might be able to actually do this. We'll still have to see how much it costs to hatch. This is very funny that this works, though. But, like, this works even to this degree. Okay, I only got 1 snake. There should still be an opalized. There should be another 130k there. Oh, but it's done. Okay, so they're not the same. They actually removed a fossil from this one dig site, which is surprising. Let's look at the Dilo site. Dilo was 2 osmiums. That's not that good because this is 200k. If they've removed one of the osmiums, we get fucked over. We got Listro and Ovi. Jadocta and Guod. So Guod had nothing. And neither did Jadocta. So I don't want to count on those having anything. I don't have the skill either. Now I don't have the money again. What should I need? 1,025,000. $23. Whatever. This isn't going to work anyway. I just want to see what the cost is for the other half of it. You going to sleep? Catch you later, Cryo. We'll be wrapping it up pretty quick here. I guess I didn't actually hit the button? What happened there? Okay, weird. So I think with the right contracts, we might be able to do this technically. Yeah, like 50% Gallimimus knowledge, the 350k back. That kind of thing would be potentially another way to do it. We might do another look at this some night maybe, but something like that would be a reason to go to the cheaper one too. Because obviously we lose here. Oh, I never got a thumbnail in our other park. We gotta go back, get a thumbnail. I think the thumbnail should be Junior grown up. Okay, so we could get like a breeding pair for $1 million. I think this is theoretically doable. I think for a limited time you could essentially just go infinite on expeditions with like the right contracts. But it would be like very close. Yeah, I think it is technically possible. This could be like a standalone video. Like trying to do this. Just can you like I could see the video title being like, can you start a park with a Dinochirus? I don't know. We could play with this more sometime. Since we got a late start on streaming, I'm probably just gonna end here after we get our thumbnail though. And not do anything else tonight. My throat's a little scratchy still too, so I've been a little, I don't know, very slightly sick like all week or something. It's very weird. I'd like to try and actually just do it. I think it's kind of interesting. All right. Yep. Be wrapping up soon. Bye, Muto. This is gonna take like a minute to load still, so we'll actually be here for like 2 minutes yet, but because I do want the thumbnail. But this gives us time to say our goodbyes. It might take more than a minute to load. Oh yeah, we could try that. That could be part of the Soviet park. I think the starting with a Dinochirus thing probably would be better as its own video. It's just kind of like a gimmick video in a sense. I might try it like off stream a little bit. I don't know. I'll think about it. I got another special video plan I need to get made anyway, so we don't need to do this right now. Can we get a shot where the light is better? Yeah. Junior all grown up. Not a single person in the viewing stands, huh? I think just something like that'll work. All right. Okay, well, that'll be it for the stream. I'll catch everybody later. Hopefully next week we'll be back to doing like some dev streams and stuff. I really just wasn't feeling like streaming much this week, so. Theoretically, my difficulty settings are also higher than the max difficulty. Yes, they are, but I don't... That affects the star requirements. I don't think it affects... It doesn't affect the economy in any way, right? Because this is just gonna essentially control your unlocks. This I should be unchanged because this is already different, and this actually does change based on the difficulty settings. So I don't know. It's kind of weird. It's weird to me that this is like split off from like this, because these don't even use the same numbers. Like even if these settings are correct, there's the 30 animal variety penalty here, even if though you only need 17 for star rating. It's just weird. I don't really like this star rating system. I think it was kind of interesting in campaign where they had different options. I think in sandbox, this new star rating thing is underwhelming. This kind of sucks. It might be better in challenge mode when you can tune it. If like custom challenge mode, if they add that as options, like pick what you need for star rating, that could be kind of cool, but as it stands, it kind of sucks. Anyway, yeah, goodbye. Catch everybody later.